Welcome back, everybody. Today what we're going to do is work on unlocking some more advanced machines, and we have to solve a small problem we have with iron rods. So first things first, let's go ahead and unlock some stuff. I already have all the things ready to go. Whoops. Off camera, I was mining or foresting, as you can see. I'm grabbing lots of material. So let's get rid of that real quick. Grab the extra berries and all that while I'm out. So once again, here's the wood. We're still doing pretty good. Once again, holding left control and left clicking one time, boom, throws all the wood out. You don't have to go through and hunt and peck. In this case, I could just hit store all, but once again, left control, one single click, and it throws it all in there. So this will keep on going. Oh yeah, I want my materials back. So it's all in there. I can run up to it and hit take all, or remember from long range, I can just deconstruct it and it throws it in my inventory. Nice and easy. All right, let's go ahead and all that. What else do we need? Wire and launch.
Milestone reached. The assembler can produce more complex parts, including the first project part, smart plating, which is crucial for initiating project assembly. Project parts must be delivered to the space elevator. By completing your contracted duties as part of project assembly, you will definitely be helping achieve Fix-It Company goals without any other ulterior motive. Note: humans cannot craft project parts. Do not worry about your inadequate crafting skill when compared to an assembler. Fix-It cherishes your innate human abilities, such as walking, striking objects, and commodifying natural resources.
Striking objects, yeah. Okay. So this is our problem. You'll notice that all of these have gummed up. So what we're going to do is go into production, and now we have this machine. So this was a one in, one out type of machine. And this new one is two ins, one Mr. Bean. Yeah, laugh it up. Laugh it up. So that's what this one does. So you notice, though, we do need rotors. It's something that we just unlocked, so I wasn't able to prep that. Let me go ahead and grab that real quick, because that was part of what we just unlocked. What it needs is rods and screws in order to make it. Fortunately, we only need 4. Remember, I did say get away from this machine as soon as possible, but you do have to use it every once in a while. You're forced to. Like this, we're forced to use it because I can't make the assembler without these. So here I am at the trusty crafting bench once again. In fact, I deleted the one that was over here because it was just getting in the way. All right, so let's throw this guy down now. Ugly, I know, but we're doing it for a reason. These are smart plating. We'll get to that. Oh yeah, we unlock modular frames. That's good. So these guys use rods and screws. So we'll need 20 a minute and 100 screws a minute. Well, let's look at what we're producing here first. So I'm doing 15. So that's 30, 45, 60. Okay. And in order to make screws, 10 become 40. Might have to write all this down. So we need 100 screws. So it's quite a bit of rods, but only 20 in the long run. So let's say I did 3 of these. I'm sorry. These 2 make 30. That's a nice even number. So that would be 10, 10, and 10. So 3 times 10, 30. That equals. And then 3, 6, 9, 12. 120. A little bit over, but that's fine. And then we have 30 left over. And we have a little bit left over. So we could actually do that. Now, I could also just pop out the back of this thing and put a screw maker that goes into this. And yeah, you could do that. It'd be a little slow, but nothing wrong with it. But instead, let's do this a little bit nicer, neater. And what we'll do is copy. All right. Well, going to be a little bit more complicated. So splitting 15 into 3 would be 5 each, or 7.5 if we do it by 2. You could get really confused if you do it like this. I want to make it simple, right? I want 10, 10, and 10. So that's a single splitter if I combine these two. So instead of splitting instantly, let's combine. That'll be easier. And then out of that combine, we'll split. Oh my goodness. Doesn't like being on slopes. That's why you build on foundations. You saw the belts. Well, okay, the belts didn't go perfect over there, but it was better. Okay, so now what we're going to do is make 3 of these boys. I'm going to go a little further over just so I can get to my... Hey, buddy, welcome back. Not pretty, but I'm not worried about pretty right now. When I'm not on foundations, as you can tell, I don't care about pretty at all. Okay. I'm going to do screws. Screws. And screws. There is a way to copy settings and then paste. I mean, literally you hit copy, you jump over to another one that isn't the same thing, and you just hit paste. It's literally all it is. But you still got to go to them anyway, so just another way to do things. All right. And then, oh no. Oh, good. He has room for 2. Grab that one. Grab this one. And then you go to that. So now we'll do a single assembler. And then another merger. Over here where the pole's not in the way. I don't know how well this is going to look. Oh, man, good. Okay, that worked out well. I was worried that was going to look hideous. Still kind of looks hideous. All right, from there to there. Now, what does he need? This is going to be for rotors. He needs 100 a minute. So this 60 line isn't going to do it for us, is it? That's okay. That's why I've already targeted Logistics Mark II as our next step. So he's going to stop. So what's going to happen, because this is only a 60 belt, the rods are fine, but for the screws, what our problem is going to be, as soon as it gets to 25, it's going to eat them, and then this is going to start producing. Now, what's going to happen though is before it gets to 50, this is going to be finished and it's going to go idle again. And that's going to be an issue. That's going to be our bottleneck. See? Just went idle. So we can fix that if we get a better belt. Or we can say, well, for our technology of today, that's the best we can do. It's also something we could do. Let's give this a place for everything to go. And here do be the rotors. And why did I do rotors first? Well, I wanted to do those first because we need those for the constructors, so they are important. All right, so let's get our next step. That. There. That and plates. I don't have enough plates. And I don't have enough. I must say, I don't have enough of those. All right. So remember, this stuff is always making us stuff. Leave here. Yes. Whoa, my gosh. I hit the wrong button. For sure. Okay. And this line had stopped up too. All my talking. All my talking. All right. Launch him. Get rid of that partial stack.
Milestone reached. Fix-It would like to remind you of your contractual obligation towards efficiency. Recreational use of belts and lifts does not count towards work hours and will put you on the list. Stay efficient. Don't disappoint Fix-It.
Never. Okay, so as you can see, this is 120. Transports up to 120 resources per minute. Used to move resources between floors. We'll get there. We'll get there. But this is what we're going for here. Now, the stackable conveyor belts, one handy tip is there's a ladder on the side, and you can stack these guys and use them as a ladder early on in the game. So if we go to logistics, we have this. Now, if we hit R, you can zoop. And that's actually a ladder. That'd be a lot of conveyors. But if you just walk against it, top of the world, Mom. Right? Fun part is getting done. I'm just kidding. Damage. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Don't get anything in the background, folks. There. Stairway to Heaven's gone. Okay. So let's fix this before we forget about this. See? It's always fun. So these are broadcasting 40 a minute, so 60 belt is fine. This is our problem. So you can do this one of two ways. You can hit Q and go to Conveyor Mark II. You could replace this with that. Or if I hit 3, notice it says Conveyor Mark 1, right? If I hit E, because we unlocked it, it'll convert to the next step up. If I hit it again, it'll just flip back and forth. Now, if I hold E, I get a radio menu, and I can select which one I'm trying to go to. So in this case, used to, you would have to delete the belt and then rebuild the belt. Now what we can do is just aim at the belt. It turns yellow, and now, how much faster it goes. So we should be getting a little bit more than 50. And now we won't go idle. See, it just continues on. Now this will fill up eventually because I'm producing more than I need, right? Because I'm doing, 40, that's 80, 120. So let's say I wanted to even this out. I mean, I don't need all these screws to go over here, do I? So what I could do is subtract 20 from this, and then we'll be even Steven. Now, that's actually easy to do because half of 40 is 20. So if I wanted to, is find a container to copy. And this can be spare screws. Put a splitter. And yeah, it's only 60 because I only anticipate getting 20 out of this anyways. I'm not really that worried about a whole lot. And every once in a while, what it'll do is pull them off this way whenever this isn't being used. Now, like I said, this is going to back up. Go ahead and back it up. So you notice that this stopped, which stopped these two lines completely. That line will get a boost whenever that happens. So these guys will stop. Okay. So it's not that fast, but it will stop. Now, it is tempting to sit here and say, everybody gets faster belts. And you can do that. There's nothing wrong with doing that. It's a little bit of a waste of resources. I had to sit at the crafting bench and pound out these guys off camera. Because trust me, you don't want to watch that process. But that actually needs to be what our next build is going to be, is doing that. Now, in all this little time that we've spent talking, look at that. We've already got 20. Go ahead and grab those. Those are going to be needed drastically in our next tier. All right. Jump pads, resource sinks. The resource sinks could come in handy right now because we're backing up lines. Let's do field research as our next objective. Do I have enough? Yes. Yes. And, well, I just threw away all my screws. I'm always doing that, ain't I? Always. Go ahead and slow it down a little bit. Well, throw back in that. Just in time, folks. All right, re-entry. Go ahead and do this.
Milestone reached. Supply the molecular analysis machine, referred to as the MAM, with local resources to research and develop new technologies. Potential technologies include exploration tools, weapons, and factory buildings. These are essential for maximizing your Pioneer efficiency and alignment with Fixit's core pillars: construct, automate, explore, and exploit. To advance Fixit's mission, all notable phenomena, resources, technology, or other influence should be investigated regardless of any perceived danger, as stated in the Pioneer contract.
All right. So the first thing that we just learned was map. We have a map now. The MAM, this object scanner, which isn't going to be real handy right now, but it is what it is. A storage box. I never really use this. It's only got 25 slots for storing large amounts of items. I don't know why they call it large amounts. It's the same stack size as any other device. And then 3 inventory slots, which will just give us more room in our inventory. The object scanner will come in later on, much later on, in my opinion. But first things first, notice on the bottom right corner, we have M for map. Ah, look at that. That's what we've unlocked. Now, this map is quite expansive. I've explored quite a bit, as you can see. This is all water, or I'm sorry, this is all a void out here. This is water, water here, a dab of water here, a little sky bridge that I ran across earlier. Now, another thing is you can actually add markers if you want to. Yes, you get quite a bit of detail when you zoom in and look around. So if I go and hold down V, and let's say I scan for iron ore, hit M. Now see, the check mark means it's claimed. Over here, I didn't put, and by claimed, I didn't put a miner on top of it. So notice I didn't put a miner there or there. Now earlier, when we were exploring through the cave, we came in here, went up and out. We saw these, but there was also some ore over here that was iron. Well, that didn't show up because it's out of range for my scanner. Different things actually have different links or ranges that you can scan for. Now you'll notice they disappeared. That is not a permanent marker, but it'll give you an idea where stuff is. And if you need to, you can turn around. And earlier I saw a power slug up here, so I'm going to mark him because I want to go get him later, right? I also saw an object over here that I wanted to grab, but there was a lot of bad guys around it. So let's go ahead and put a paw up there. Can't remember where else I saw things. There was a cave here and a cave here. I've already cleared it, but you get the point. I can actually go in and create things. Now I can click on the device as well, and I can highlight the stamp, which means whenever I do that, whenever I look around the world, you get a pretty big old visual indication of where it is, right? I was pretty close. Yeah, but you get the idea. So I can also hold left click and do that. If I right click, I can go in here and actually pull up this, left click on that, stamp added. So now whenever I go to M, I've corrected the placement of that stamp. Let's highlight this stamp. Man, beam me up Scotty, right? Whoa. So now we have ways, it's the Lion King rock. We have ways to mark objects now as we go exploring, which is handy dandy. Okay, let's unlock more stuff. I'll deal with, it's under special. MAM. All right, here's the front of it. All right. Okay, very good. I hope you can all read that. I'm just kidding. It's gibberish. So, kind of cool little animations on this device. So what this does, as Ada said, is it unlocks more and more items for us to advance. So it's not just that machine in there. It's also this. You can have more than one of these, though. You can put these out in the world if you need to. So while I'm out exploring, I'll actually build one if I find something interesting. But I always try and have a couple of reinforced plates, the cables, and wire, just so I can build these. Once again, when you're exploring, the importance of having a stack of at least everything you can manufacture is critical. Okay, so you'll see some stuff is grayed out, and that's fine. We just haven't found that item yet. Now, alien megafauna, this is the animals we've been killing. So I remember I've been collecting a lot of this stuff, and that's why. If I go back in here, I'm going to go ahead and take out that. All right, I'm just going to take everything. All right, alien megafauna. So we haven't run into this yet, but we have run into 7 of these guys. So let's go ahead and click on that, and we're going to start our research. Now, old school days, it took a while, but now it's not so bad. Analysis of hog complete. Please choose a new node and a tree to begin a new analysis. But Ada wants to say something. We all knew that was
The
happening.
remains researched belong to an organism now dubbed the fluffy-tailed hog.
Hog.
It has many characteristics that would likely classify it among the Suidae family were it native to Earth. Hog remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving pioneer safety during exploration.
Okay. Now we can do stinger. Those were the spiders that were inside of the cave that we killed. And they're not only inside a cave. Sometimes you'll hear them in real dense like forest with a lot of leaves everywhere and then they're real hard to see, that's even worse. Because you don't know where they're coming from. At least in a cave, they're not coming from behind you. They should be coming from in front of you.
The remains researched belong to an organism with 8 jointed legs, similar to the legs of arachnids but with non-standard distribution and function. Because its attacks focus on stabbing prey with the ends of their legs, which resemble insectoid stingers, they have been dubbed stingers. Stinger remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving pioneer safety during exploration.
Okay. Now you'll notice what we're unlocking rewards is alien protein. It looks like a lovely side of beef. We haven't run into spitters yet. We haven't run into the hatchers. So we'll need those in order to unlock this node. Let's keep on going. Alien technology. We haven't found any Samor, Mercer spheres. But yesterday I did find the summer sloop. So now this does eat the summer sloop. I have one. Now it's gone.
Summer sloop analysis completed. Summer sloops are somewhere between battery and conduit, harvesting energy from pockets of space with complete disregard for the rules of the space-time continuum, and distributing it into its connected ecosystem. This energy...
Let the effigies harvest until the waves reach our shores. Consume.
Okay.
Similarities to the hypothetical force of dark energy to potentially be one and the same. It can now be tracked by the object scanner.
Now the object scanner is useful. Caterium. This was some ore that we found out farther away. She said it seems like gold. So if we select that, start research. Notice everything is blocked. We can't see what we're doing, what it is.
The metal has been named Caterium after Fixit's greatest CEO, Katerina Parks.
Huh, I did
It has
not
been
notice
noted
that
as a
before.
viable alternative to gold in industrial applications, specifically in advanced electronics due to its superconductivity, malleability, and corrosion resistance.
I'll be. I did not notice they put an item. So there's the alien stuff. So that's the biomass, the Mobius strip, alien technology, and then here's Caterium. I have never noticed that before. I don't know when they did that. That's pretty crazy. So now we need more Caterium in order to unlock making Caterium ingots, then quick wire, and then we can do these rebar stun bars and a zip line. Zip line's fun. Okay, so this is why I was collecting all of the mycelia in the cave. Because I want something on this. The first thing is going to unlock for us is the ability to make biomass.
Networks of these fungi possess unusually resilient hyphae, which show potential for making a strong but lightweight natural fabric. Additionally, it has similar medicinal and pest control applications to mycelia on Earth.
So now we can do biomass with it. So instead of just leaves and wood to make 5 and 20, as you can see, one mycelia gives 10 biomass. But the problem is it's pretty rare. I mean, I only found some inside of the cave, right? We haven't seen any anywhere else. Typically, it's only in caves. So that's a bad thing. Oh, and there's our mycelia. Look at that. Oh, man, that's all right. That's my new addiction. I did not notice that at all. That's awesome. I wonder if anybody else has noticed that. Now, fabric. I want to do fabric next. And the reason why is I want something down here. I already know what I'm looking for. So we need 100. Now I could go make 100 on this. I can make 2,500 if I wanted to. But in the interest of preserving it, and because I know I've got tons, I told you this is going to back up quite a bit. In fact, let's go ahead and fix that problem. Now we're really cooking. Still going to back up, but it's going to produce more a lot faster. What do you need? Do you need 120? You need 120. We'll do that for you as well. Squirrel. So now he's really pumping them out compared to the other lines, and those aren't going to back up at all. Okay. So there was our bottleneck, was that 60 line trying to get into this, and two 60s trying to combine with the 60. It would just go 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. It was very slow because of how it was designed. So now we're not going to have that problem. Wonder if this has got any backup. Just a little bit. With this one, I probably could have been okay. Not worrying about it. Yeah, because it was 60. The only reason it was backing up, it was fighting that other line there. Okay. So, once again, if we remember what we were doing, if I take one, if I right click, you can split it in half. So now I have 100 like I needed. So that is mycelia. I do the fabric, start the research.
Research completed. Fabric recipe unlocked. New mycelia research available.
Okay. Now, why was I trying to get into here? Well, the reason I was trying to get into here was for this. So now, if I make 10 fabrics, I've already got the wire for it, or sorry, the cable for it. I can make a parachute. So back before 1.0, I never used the of course, I need more biomass. But I can't just zap it out of there with the gun. Grab a full stack. You know what? I don't like my inventory being... What did I need? 10? I think it was 10. We'll just do that. Workshop's here. You don't have to go inside the workshop to work in the workshop. You can just tap the outer wall. I wonder if anything gets added in here. Nothing parachutey. Okay. Not yet anyways. So if we go to mycelia, select that, start research. This will help with fall damage. You get a notification too when it's done.
Parachute unlocked. Fix-It appreciates your willingness to descend rapidly to perform your duties, but damaging Fix-It property is a breach of contract and will have unpleasant consequences.
Uh-oh.
Improve descent efficiency by combining the forces of gravity and drag with a parachute.
Oh. And get another hand equip slot. No, we can't make those yet. All right, let's concentrate. Get our parachute. We need 20 fabrics. Okay, 20 fabrics. Now you'll see this hog protein and stinger protein that I can make as well. What it makes is just alien protein. It's not specific to the name. So you could actually, I could do the 6 and the 2 and actually combine them into 8 alien proteins. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay. I'm doing better with inventory management in my old age. All right. So now we can come here, parachute, and let's do this. All right. Did it add a parachute or anything? Oh, extra drill bit. That's awesome. Nope. Okay. All right. So here's our parachute. You can simply double click on it, but it goes on your back, right? I mean, it's a parachute after all. So now, as soon as you're falling, you can hit spacebar. I'll use this quite a bit to zip around. You don't even have to be very high off the ground. So before 1.0, it actually had limited uses. So you had to make a whole bunch of these parachutes. I hated it. And I never used it. Now that it's infinite uses, okay, now I'll use it a lot more. All right, nutrients. Let's go ahead and research these berries. There's a reason I've been collecting them.
This fruit, dubbed the paleberry due to its tendency to stay light in color even when ripe, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
Okay, so the object scanner will now lead us in the right way for those. And same with the nuts, barrel nuts.
This fruit, dubbed the barrel nut after its distinctive color, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
All right, we can't get to this yet because we need to find these. They're more of a swampy area. I'll find them, no problem. Power slugs. So remember we had these 3 power slugs that we found, specifically blue power slugs. So what's going to do is unlock power shards for us. But of course, we're going to have to consume one just to learn.
This semi-slug, now dubbed power slug, is early in its life cycle and has retained only part of its potential energy storage capacity, giving it its blue color. Power slugs are capable of extracting latent energy from their surroundings, including through a form of photosynthesis, and preserve it in their porous semi-crystalline shell over their lifetime. This explains why they rarely move after having found a suitable location.
And then, of course, we have enough for the object scanner to be able to find it. Let's go ahead and do it. I'll build an object scanner and show you how it works.
Power slugs extract latent energy from their surroundings to sustain themselves. By tuning the object scanner to the particular potential energy signature, it is now able to locate them against the background environmental static.
All right, so now we go in here and we can actually make power shards. All right, now we're going to have to destroy one. Let's see. Oh, look at that. That's what we got for that. And there's the edibles. Nice. All right, so under power slugs, select this. Start research.
Overclocking development completed. Power shards can now be inserted into all buildings to increase input and output speed. Underclocking is also possible. Note: power consumption of overclocked buildings increases exponentially.
Oh my God, bad jump. Now C, you drop the parachute. The letter C means you can drop the parachute. So let's go ahead and make an object scanner real fast. Now, right now, we still only have the one, so we're going to have to put away the trusty chainsaw. By the way, another thing about the chainsaw, it's taking up room in my inventory. So you, like I said, you can drop things. So what I do is go here and do that. Okay, where the heck did it go? Did it fall through the floor? Okay, I was trying to make it look nice and cool being on top. Oh. It's well, that worked out beautifully, didn't it? Okay, fine. You want to play the game, man. There. Because I'm only using that whenever I'm out collecting. I mean, Jesus, that's a hell of a chainsaw, too. I'm only using this whenever I'm out collecting material. You'll notice that all the trees that were on the ridge up there are gone, all the bushes. I just went up there and ripped it all down with the chainsaw to fill these up. So y'all don't have to watch me run around and do all that. There was something I was pretty close to that gave me, that's inventory space. I can't get that yet. Caterium, no. Acelia. Let's do that. It's not 100% needed. What was it, 20? $50. Oh my goodness. Well, you know what that means. I need more mats. I'm not sure how many, so just grab 3. Perfect. All right, we have one more thing to research after this, or at least another tree. It'll help me move around quite a bit better if I can get far enough down the tree. It's really going to depend on the yield that I get from these random boxes. So in this case, do that. And what that is, Mr. Bean's guarding for me. Right here. Quartz. Oh man,
Crystalline mineral.
low.
This mineral is composed of the same chemical elements as quartz and may yield similar industrial functions. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application. Tool belt expanded. The latest data indicates that the mycelia possess sentience. Don't worry, we have been given permission to harvest and repurpose their remains.
So the whole purpose of that is now I can actually heal myself in the middle of combat. Okay, so this guy, if you hold down left trigger, you can see all the things that you can scan for. So if it's not in range, it'll give the no good Wi-Fi signal. Now I know there's a paleberry over there, so let's set it to paleberry. So you'll notice there is one in range, okay? But I have to turn around. All right, so it's over that direction. Well, that was great. It's over in that direction. And that direction. So if I run this way, should get more prominent. Oh, I either passed it or it's this way. It's probably up there. All right. So let's go back over to this one. We know it's here, or it's on this plane of existence. We will see as I point toward it. Oh, I'm sorry. I harvested it. Ah! So that one's up there is one that I haven't harvested yet. I harvested this. I went around harvesting a lot of them. Okay, Criterion, we need this. See, got those. Anyways, the whole purpose of this is you could run around and try and find. So there's a power slug this way. Oh, I don't want to go in there. All right, so there he is up there. You can see the lines going to him. These guys, see the green smoke? If you walk in there, it'll slowly start killing you. Okay. So we are not prepared for that just yet, but you get the idea. Is that a pale bear I haven't taken yet? Oh, there's one that way. Oh, it's inside the smoke. Right there. See? All right. All right, all right, all right. Real quick. Already over here. Let me get the Caterium. And no, this is not the same as the Weevil Rocky thing. That noise. Oh. Oh, a new friend. Oh, boy. Okay, these guys...
Harvest the scripture. Compose it into a blood song.
are spitters. Now, their attacks aren't too bad. The main thing is they will... Come on over here. Get a better look at you. There you go. So, once they spit, they're going to figure out. Now, if I'm just walking left, I have to stop because he'll anticipate. See, that's a bad thing if I'm jumping, because he'll actually pick me out of the sky. See? So you have to do a sudden change of direction if you want to avoid them. And the closer it is, the worse off it is. I just charge in and beat them down typically.
Samples of unknown alien species acquired. Their weaponized plasma is most likely stored as a stable chemical substance in an organ close to their mouth, and only turns volatile when exposed to one of the chemical elements in the air. Research the remains in the MAM to establish classification and potential countermeasures.
All right. A Mercer sphere. If you stand near, they say weird things. They really want you to pick them up. So these guys stand up and exude the same toxic smoke that those give off. Oh, look, another. So they don't do it at first, but then they'll unravel. And then they'll start excru... Oh, let me get closer. You know you wanna... There. Now he'll poison the area. And no, you can't do this. You can't chainsaw him. Nothing else for the folks at home? No? Alright, fine.
The astrobiologist Dr. D.M. Mercer was the first to recognize the presence and probable nature of these alien artifacts. These chain-melted state spheres are named in his honor. Each sphere emits a unique signal. Research it in the MAM to establish locally appropriate classification and application.
You time that jump just right, you really get moving. Alright, so let's go back into here. Alien technology. Let's go ahead and research that sphere. Mainly getting it out of our inventory since I know I need to research it anyways. I need to find this.
Mercer sphere analysis completed. Established local planetary signature of massage 2, AB, B, in the local Mercer sphere signals, allowing them to be tracked by the object scanner. Mercer spheres can also transmit data between specific...
Witness our scripture. Witness our windows. Have you come to defile our shrine? Sing Satan.
arguing the existence of intelligent alien life. While Fixit has figured out the method, all of the original data is still untranslatable.
Okay, then. Now let's research that. I know this is like the research episode. I have so much stuff saved to unlock.
Research completed. Caterium ingot recipe unlocked. New caterium research available.
Then I can use that to make ingots. And once I make 50, I can unlock this here. And then we can go down here. Right? Once again, I talked about how grass fields is not really... Dude. How grass fields is not really... I don't consider it easy because there's so much stuff that you can't do. See, told you could bounce on his back. And now it won't kill you. Because the longer you do it, the higher you go. And dismounting without a parachute is kind of bad. But because there's no caterium anywhere near us except for those random nodes, and everybody's game is going to procedurally generate the random nodes that are just sticking out of the ground like that. Now these that are flat, those are static and the same rarity no matter what. But the others, that's not the case. Okay. But I'll have to travel a long way to get to a node that gives quartz and a node that gives caterium. Let's see how far away caterium is, because it actually unlocked it for me. Oh man, there's one over there. And it's pure. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, guess what next episode's going to be about. Again? Oh, way out there. Okay, I stand corrected. Man. Still, it's a long way. Okay, and in quartz. We unlocked a little quartz. We're going to have to use 10 out of the 18.
The crystalline mineral was a previously unknown variation of quartz, with uniquely large and flawless crystals, normally only found in synthetic quartz. The industrial application of this mineral will follow that of its synthetic counterpart, specifically in communication and exploration technologies.
Okay, so now I'll need another 12 of it in order to make silica, and then I'll need some more of it in order to unlock blade runners. What they do is allow you to run and jump further and higher. All right. Oh, there's the caterium. Or quartz. Nice. You know what, Mr. B? I know where the last thing is. I saw it while I was out chopping down trees. Let's go ahead and do that. Get it out of the way for everybody. Come on. I really want more quartz. There's that one that I had highlighted on the map earlier. I knew it was down there. I heard it while I was up there chopping down stuff. So I've come through this area before. So this is the last thing that you're looking for. Anybody care to guess? Anybody? Kind of yellowish. Smells like rotten eggs. Sulfur.
Unknown chemical element collected. This non-metallic and multivalent element seems to be present only in a solid state and exhibits a most pungent smell. It is fortunate Fixit helmets are of such high quality. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
I was going to research it right there, but I'm worried it's not going to throw all my little bitty pieces down. Now I'm really attached to this one location. How I'm doing this, I don't know. It sometimes does this, which I'm not complaining about. By the way, holding shift does mean you go faster. If I let it go, it'll go slower on that. Let's see, hub. Up. I see another Mercer sphere up there. I think I saw one. Yeah, right there where my cursor is. Another rock of some kind. Oh, another power slug. Once you know what you're looking for, and you're able to get enough gain on it, you can find a lot of different things. Kind of a nice little perch. Everything the light touches. Good. I don't want to get sued by Disney. All right. Sulfur. And we got enough to start the research.
This unknown chemical element was in reality an unusual mixture of solid sulfide and sulfate materials from which sulfur can be extracted. Sulfur's primary use lies in fertilizers, which we have no use for. Instead, this element enables access to more volatile obstacle clearing and pioneer defending tools.
Well, where is it? What happened? I don't see it. Do I have to get a little further down the node in order to unlock it? Well then. That was just a big disappointment, wasn't it? Oh well. All right. Well, I think that's good enough for now. So tier 1 is done. Tier 2, we only have 2 more things. The resource sync bonus program. Go ahead and select that. Actually, I might be able to. Almost. Almost. All right. We'll unlock that next time. We know for sure we have enough rods. We got rods for days. All right. Well, I appreciate it, everybody. I hope y'all have a good afternoon, evening, good morning.